fresh like I got a contract. Moving through the city, we be going.
Yeah, yeah.
Roller that's you pulling, now you know it.
Yeah, yeah.
Fresher than a max contract.
Love.
Pulling up, we walking, then we walking in the back.
Every time you see me, know I look like Stephen Curry money. Like finals every year, what you expect from me? I'm jiggy like I'm Lagerfield. Moving like I'm Revis if I play the field. I ain't seen a front exit in about 6 months. I don't even know what it looked like. You still struggle with security, what's that life? I'm on a different wave at the Clippers game. Got your woman texting me while I'm talking to Doc. Phone ringing through the presser, had to text her to stop. Why she sitting parallel to the niggas she got? I've been the realest since my rookie deal. 85 mic when I pull up here, yeah. And you pull up like a Lord with candy. Speaking from your burner, saying you can't stand me.
Fresh like I just got a contract. Hey, ooh, yeah, shit kinda hit me.
Yes, yeah. I just want it different. For real, just something to be a little bit different, you feel it?
Happy New Year. Well,
yeah.
Let's go, bitch.
My Perrier, pop another one. Yeah, my Perrier, pop another one. Yeah, my Perrier, pop another one. Yeah, my Perrier. I don't wanna have no drama this year. I can't have no drama this year. I don't want no drama with you right here. I don't want no drama, need you right here. I don't wanna have no drama this year. I can't have no drama this year. I don't want no drama with you right here. I don't want no drama, need you right here. I don't want no drama this year. I don't want drama with you here, nah. I just wanna catch a vibe. Godfather on the TV while we listen. Shot they playing in the background. Got the love, the lust, and my diamond's tough. Yeah. Simon nuts, sign that dime, we get diamond trust. Yeah. Spanish wine on the counter. Have you a glass? Some dimes in my ass. Some dime with your ass. Yeah. Perrier. Pop another one like it's New Year's Day. Lamar Perrier. Pop another one like it's New Year's Day. Lamar Perrier. I don't want no drama with you right here. I don't want no drama, need you right here. I don't wanna have no drama this year. I can't have no drama this year. I don't want no drama with you right here. I don't want no drama, need you right here.
It's a new year, catch a vibe. It's a new year, catch a ride. But be careful.
Alrighty, it's a new year, catch a ride. It's a new year, catch a vibe, man. Shout out to y'all out there. Shout out to all of the fans, man. We here, we're live. We're back in full effect, man. HoopsNBrews, HNB Media. We are here, we are live with that flavor in your ear, like Craig Mack said. So, you know, it's a new year, new vibe. Shout out to y'all out there. Y'all continue to support the brand. We appreciate that, man. Shout out to Lexi Brown and her new show that she launched on HNB Media. Lee, I don't know if none of the cameras are recording. Hit record on the cameras for me if they not. But, yeah, man, we here. We got some great news, actually. Literally, I was like, last night, I was like, you know what? Let me find some press articles to put in this deck that I was making. So, you know, let me search HNB Media. I searched HNB Media, and at the top of Google, I see a Forbes link. I'm like, what? What is this? What is this? I click on it. I follow the thing, and then all of a sudden, it's literally a Forbes article about HNB Media, about us signing, you know, WNBA player Lexi Brown, to this podcast deal that we got with her working. So, you know, it's amazing that that's going on, that's happening. So shout out to Lexi. How are you doing?
Forbes list. I just googled it.
Huh?
The Forbes didn't come up first on Google.
Did you put HNB Media in there?
Yeah.
But the news though. If you got to go to news, like I was looking for articles.
The Forbes list does come up.
I was looking for
up.
exactly. It's at the very top. So shout out to Lexi
top.
Brown. Shout out to Forbes. Shout out to Forbes number one for covering that article, because that article was about women's basketball players, women's entertainment, women's rights.
He was the one who
exactly.
wrote the article. Shout out Howard. I know Howard.
Yeah, he also interviewed Lexi. You can take Pappy Kim real quick. I got you.
I know Howard. When I do like the Sparks calls a lot, Howard is like one of the Sparks calls a lot. So shout out Howard. Shout out Forbes. And I'm happy that women's basketball is receiving more coverage. They deserve it. They're athletes too. They're great athletes as well. The games are fun. I mean, I don't know if you guys, if any of you guys watched the national championship game, but that was a really fun game, really cool game. Had a great ending. I think the women's Final Four was great. So yeah, shout out just Forbes, like I said, for writing the article. Shout out Howard for actually writing the article, and hopefully it's not the last time we're there. So yeah, it was cool though. It was cool. I was actually making a song, and I hadn't checked my phone. And the first time I saw it when I got on Twitter, I'm like, huh? We where? I clicked on the link, like, oh shit, it says HNB Media on Forbes. Kind of cool. So yeah, but like you said, we're back. Hoops and Brews.
Oh shit, I need a beer. My bad. Definitely off camera. I gotta get the birds. All right, let's get into it.
It's been a
My bad.
How much basketball have you watched this week?
I always watch basketball.
What teams have you been watching recently?
I've been watching the Clippers because since they got Rondo and Boogie, even though both of them didn't play instantly, I've been watching them just because I wanted to keep track of kind of what's been going on with them. Do we have the Clippers up? What's the topic list as it starts? You can tell me, Lee. What is it? It's Clippers. Yeah. So I know we both been to games over the past couple weeks. Shout out to Jason Zone Fisher for covering the game.
Whoever smacked Jason Carr, bro, we gonna find you.
Gee, how
we gonna find you. Put the camera on me. Whoever smacked Jason Carr and you ran off like that, we gonna find you, bro, because that was unnecessary and you didn't have to do that. Have you seen the video that he posted on Instagram?
Of what?
Somebody smacking his car.
Oh, no, he actually posted the whole video? No, I just saw him post the damage. I didn't see him post the actual video.
Jason went full white person. Like, Jason got, like, other video footage that's, like, not ours.
How?
It's
really?
like shit from different angles.
No, see, now I got to
Jason went full-fledged, full.
Damn,
I feel him, though.
Somebody from Russia just tried to hack me on Instagram, G. What you own, G? I just got back on the gram, G. I log in my Instagram to look at that. Jason is like, did you just log in from Russia? No, I did not just log in from Russia. Oh, damn, they trying to get me out here, G.
You out the paint,
they trying to get me clean up out the paint, bro.
But he posted like a different video of somebody smacking his car.
Right. How bad was it? It was egregious.
Watch it. It's out. I think it's on. If it's not, it was either on his story. Or
I'm gonna actually, Lee. Eventually, I'm gonna set you up with like one of them little video windows where you can, just set it up. Now I'm finna pull it up now. Let's see, Jason.
Yeah, here we go. Look.
Okay, let me see.
4 different angles of it. Multiple angles.
Hold on, wait a minute. Dang. Ooh, how you do that, G?
Because people be driving down this street like it's the fucking freeway, bro.
That is hilarious, bro.
People be going down this street.
No, I did hit the car in front of him. Bang. Ooh. He said, let me back up, skirt, and got it clean. He's talking about, I got this bumper, dog. Damn, Joe. Shout out to Jason's official.
That man don't want that.
I'm crying at him putting the black dude. He literally was standing in the middle of the street. Was like, can I get this footage for my insurance? It was some random black dude driving by. That is absolutely hilarious, man. Shout out to Jason's own fishing, man. 20 days before the lease is up.
Bro,
I'll be sick, dog. I'll be bad sick, bro. So shout out to that man, Jason.
Shout out Jason, man.
But yeah, man, Clippers basketball. The only reason why we mentioned Jason was because Jason covered the Bucks game for us last week. But the Clippers basketball last night looked promising. I know you were there in person, so I'll let you talk more about it because I think that's finally the first time we got to see them with their full team. But at the same time, I tweeted it before the game. I'm like, yeah, this looks good, but they got to finish it. And then the league got back down to like 9 because it was big in the first half. Yeah,
the real
go ahead.
Issue with Portland, which is why I was watching it, I'm like, damn, G, like, it's not going to happen for my dog, Dame. They just really can't guard nobody, bro. It's like, I know why they picked up Norman Powell because Derrick Jones Jr.,
He's a good defender, but he's not an all-world defender, and he's not a good shooter. So it's like you can literally just leave
he's
him
a good dunker.
He's an
good
incredible dunker.
He's great at dunking the basketball.
Derek is a great athlete. He's a great athlete, but being a great athlete doesn't mean you're going to be a great defender.
Yeah,
he's a cool defender. He's cool, but at the same time, like I said, he's not a good enough shooter consistently to offset the fact that he's just a cool defender. Like, he's good. Not saying like you're going to run out there and score 45 on the man every time, but not like he's Ben Simmons. Like, Ben Simmons is so good defensively. He don't really – first of all, Ben Simmons is so good defensively. He also does bring things to the table offensively. But he's so good defensively that, like, he's going to basically take somebody out of the game, per se.
He's a fair-skinned Draymond.
He's better than Draymond. Okay, no, he's not. No, I'm
okay.
wilding.
No.
He's not.
No. He is. You're right. You're right. You're right, though, because Draymond can't give you 20 on any given night if you give him 10 shot attempts. Ben can.
Here is why
Draymond gonna give you one wide open three where he gonna hit it, and then he gonna hit wide right on about
here
three.
Here is why. Okay, right now he's better than Draymond. Yes, obviously by a wide margin. Prime Draymond, I'm gonna say no, because even when we can go back to the Clippers in a second, but even with
turn that random talk on real quick. Sorry.
I mean, no, keep the Clippers.
Okay.
Into it. Like, even
right.
when I asked PG, I asked him yesterday, like, what does I think the exact question I asked was, what does Rondo bring to this team defensively? I feel like, with his IQ and his smarts, he brings a different dynamic. And one thing he mentioned was communication.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, Rondo is talking.
Loud.
Like, Rondo was always pointing. He's always talking.
Could you hear him in the arena?
No, because they have, like, the effects up so high.
Yeah.
Like, they have the fake crowd noise down really, really good now. Like, it's actually incredible. Like, you might actually think it's a crowd there. Like, it gets louder at certain points. It gets quieter at certain points. Like, it's really, really good crowd noise. So you don't actually hear the sounds of the game like you did at first. Mm-hmm. But you can just see him just pointing and always moving. And he said, like, yeah, he's communicating, so like it makes us talk. Like, he's talking, so it makes everybody else talk. So going back to that point, like, I don't think Draymond communicates the same. I could be wrong, but I don't think Draymond communicates the same way Ben Simmons does. And communication is like half a defense. But going back to the Clippers-Blazers game, yeah, the Clippers look more legit than they have looked in the past. Mm-hmm. Like, especially defensively. Like, my main issue with them this whole time has been guard defense, especially against more athletic guards, because the Clippers are an older, kind of slower team. But with getting, Lou Will away, and obviously, like, Trez being gone this season, one of the issues you had last year was when you went to your bench was even though they, could put up points, they were a terrible defensive lineup. And for the most part, you always had three of your worst defenders on the same side of the floor, or you could manufacture three of their worst defenders to be on the same side of the court. Like, if I got Lou and Reggie in my backcourt, then I got Trez, like, backing them up. Bro, you got three like, G, I'm going to go over here with all three of y'all, and I'm going to pick somebody. Yeah. And I'm going to do something to that man. Yeah. Now, okay, Boogie may not be the best defender, but he's still a big body. Like, Boogie is long in person. Like, really? Boogie's arms touch his knees.
Really? Okay.
Literally, Boogie's arms, so it's like, yo, just do this and be literally just do this and just be active. Like, every now and then you make it a steal, do this and be active. And even Reggie is helped along now by the fact of Reggie and Luke, they never really play together at this point. Like, they always
Reggie and Luke Kennard.
Yeah, they don't ever play together. But he's helped along by the fact you can't really attack him because there's good defenders all around. So there's no real weakness. You can kind of get away with having one bad defender, but two on the court, that's not gonna work, especially in your backcourt. You can get away with one, which was the Blazers' issue. Like, you got Canner back there, and I mean, you got CJ, who's okay, but he's not a great defender. Yeah. Dame actually last night, it was so funny. Dame actually last night, it was like so funny. Dame, granted, he didn't have a great offensive game, but defensively, I thought he played great. For one, like, who was he flaming up? PG was flaming up Norman Powell to start, which is why he scored, I think 22 points in the first quarter. And they literally switched Dame onto him, and things were just a little bit different. Like, Dame competed on that side of the ball. But, yeah, for the Clippers, like I said, I think that they have a much better constructed team than what they had. But the issue for them is going to be getting actual reps. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, they said yesterday they got 20 games until the playoffs. 20 games. So somebody go out there and get hurt, and obviously you're not practicing. So they have to get actual on court reps.
Same thing with the Nets. Harden is hurt. We'll talk about the Nets.
They got to get actual on court reps in.
Later.
So like, yes, I love the way it looks. I think that they I think that they look more like a championship team than probably any other. And this is super high takey off one night of action. And I don't know if Portland played the night before, but just looking at what I see on the court, they look more like a champ. They look the most championship ready that I've seen them covering this team the past 3 years, in my personal opinion.
Okay, I'm not upset at it. I think that they do look the most championship ready. I do agree with that. But I think that the problem and the one issue for them is who's still starting? Pat, right?
Yeah, Pat starts.
That's my only issue with that. I don't really like Rondo off the bench. I would much rather Rondo be on the floor to start the game, bring Pat Bev and Reggie Jackson off the bench.
Ty did say it's flexible, though. He said his rotation.
Yeah, I understand that. But still, that's what I want to see, because then you eliminate the instant mistakes that you get to start the game when you can't get offensive possession after offensive possession, because Patrick Beverley is limited offensively. He shoots very high at a very high clip from three-point line. You can literally Google it. He's been 40+ a few times in his career, but he's not a volume three-point shooter. And also, he's not a volume shot creator. And I think when they start the game, I want them to come out and punch people in the mouth. I feel like far too many times they get punched in the mouth, and then they have to recover and spend the whole time recovering. I think PG, 22 the other day in the first quarter. That's great, cool, smooth. But then, like, you see what happened the rest of the game. It's 17 points. You kind of slow down after that. He did say that his conditioning has to get better because he's coming back.
Doing a number on that man, but it's all
but still, he did say that his conditioning had to get better, but still. But even with that being said, I want them to come out and pack the first punch, and I still feel like they're right now a counter puncher. In terms of boxing terms, like they not gonna be the one that's gonna throw the knockout blow first. They the one that's gonna get you against the ropes and then try to knock you out with some body shots, and then hopefully you swing and then they counter punch and knock you out. They not coming off rip like Tyson and going in, boom, 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 you out. That's what I want to see from them. And I think Pat Bev would be better served on the bench. Pat Bev got paid. It's not like he didn't get paid. He got paid, didn't he? He got paid last year. So it's not so it's not that they're doing anything wrong. Rondo is a championship point guard. He proved that when he was with the Celtics. He proved it last year. I think once he gets into the rhythm of things, I want to see him start. I like Reggie Jackson as a human being, but I've never liked watching him play basketball. All the way back to his days in OKC. He played very, very well against the Blazers. But I'm telling you, he is going to tweak in one or two of these playoff games, and it's going to be a wrap. And that's nothing personal.
I will say this.
It's nothing personal. They just have to stop depending on him as much as they depend on him.
I will say
and
this.
The issue is, hold on one second, real quick, I'm finna wrap up and then you can talk. The issue is they expected Luke Kennard to be instant offense off the bench, like a Lou will. That's why Lou's shot attempts dwindled this year, because they were giving half of them to Luke Kennard. That's why Lou went from 16-point-something shots last year to 10 this year, because they were giving those to Luke Kennard, and then Luke was shooting terribly from the field. So in reality, if Luke is going to step up and do what you need him to do, you shouldn't need Reggie Jackson to be out there that much. I want Luke Kennard to be in that spot. So we'll see. That's all I'll say.
But the thing I like, they usually play Reggie with Rondo now. So they usually take Reggie's ability to have to think away. Like they usually, they do, but
what if I've been calling him for 5 years? Tweak God, that's
just
who he is.
Like even last night, he didn't have to think too much. Like, when you get the ball, you probably should just shoot it. You probably should just score. Rondo was the one commanding the offense. He's mostly playing off ball. He's not, like beforehand. He was, even when he was starting, he was kind of asked to play make, and he was kind of that guy. He was kind of more so running a point guard. With Rondo there, he's basically the two. He's a guard, but he's basically the two. So it's like he doesn't, and at the two guard spot, I feel like you don't have to think as much. Especially for score first players. Not calling him a score first player, but I personally think the best thing he does is score. I don't think he's a
I think the best thing he does is
score. He scores. Reggie is a scoring guard.
I'll say this. The best thing that Reggie Jackson does is create momentum.
Score.
No. That's to you it's a score. To me it's create momentum. Whether it's good momentum or bad momentum, it's gonna be some momentum out there. And if it's good, then you have a great night, you win. If it's bad, you OKC in those few mistakes that he made versus the Warriors or whoever else, they come back to bite you in your ass. And that's the difference between a great, bench player like a Leandro Barbosa versus a great bench player like a Reggie Jackson. Or even a Lou Will, because Lou Will is prone to make mistakes or get picked on. Leandro Barbosa was never a guy that when he came in the game, he made a bunch of mistakes, so you had to worry about it. It was instant offense, and he could defend. He was fast. He was long enough to stay in front of his defender. That's going to be the issue for them because they still can't guard point guards. And just because they had a good night against Dame, who went 2 of 14, I believe it was.
CJ and Norman Powell's whooping their ass.
Yeah, no. But listen. By the way, Norman Powell, damn. I didn't know you had this in you, big fella. I'm not even gonna lie. So it's about to be crazy.
Portland is that like
they don't? Well, this is the thing: is if Nurk comes back,
it's
a wrap with or without Nurk. Okay,
like if Whiteside was there, if Whiteside
I've
was
never.
Listen. If Whiteside was they have no shot blocker. They don't have one.
Yeah.
Literally, PG went crazy because it was Norman Powell and Cannon was getting their ass whooped.
Yeah.
He would come off a screen, Norman behind him, Cannon in front.
Food.
22 points.
Barbecue
immediately.
chicken.
So it's like Portland just has an issue where it's like they really just can't. They can score.
The Clippers don't defend either, though. That's the other issue.
They're top 10 in defense now.
They're
top 10 defense now.
Yeah.
Listen,
wait a minute. What's that going to get them? Because I watched them play against the Nuggets, and the Nuggets.
Okay, let's think about
by the way,
wait
a minute. Then if the Nuggets play the Clippers, they're going to beat them in 5.
The Nuggets might beat anybody in 5 to keep it all the way funky.
I'm
with
not
everybody.
joking. They're going to be. If they play the Clippers, they're going to beat them in 5.
Nuggets might beat anybody.
I don't
in
know
5.
what it is. Before they got Aaron Gordon, they had the Clippers number. Now that they got Aaron Gordon and he was out there every time Kawhi wanted to shoot, he jumping 30 feet in the air on a contest. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. That's also why I'm glad they got rid of Gary Harris, because he was like the Celtics have always had one guy too many and not the right guy to be in that spot. Gary Harris was that one guy too many and not the right guy to be in that right spot. And I believe it's Will Barton starts now, right?
I think Will Barton was always starting.
Well, yeah, but
because Gary was always hurt.
Yes, but this is the thing. Gary was always hurt, but Gary was the guy that they were kind of looking towards to be the combo guard with Jamal. So when Gary's always hurt and they looking for that, then it's inconsistency. Now that Gary's gone, it's just Will's spot. And then whoever does whatever afterwards. You get longer, you get more athletic with Aaron Gordon. He don't really have nothing to prove. The only thing he got to prove is that he's not a bum. Because he was good. I thought he could be KG light. And he never went past Nick Batum with athleticism. So the Clippers.
You thought he was gonna be Kevin Garnett?
No, I said KG light.
Oh,
I literally said KG light.
That.
I thought he could at least give you. I thought he could at least at his best give you 20, 10, and like 3 assists.
I saw like Blake light.
No, KG light because when he wants to strap up and be a good defender, he can. But the issue is. But also, this is the thing about Aaron Gordon. Let's just say the Nuggets randomly go on a championship run and Aaron Gordon is the second and third best player on this team. He kind of really revitalized his career because at this point in time in his career, he's not a guy you're looking for to be a third option or a second option. He's really like a fourth, fifth player role, but he's been on a bad team his entire career. Do you feel me?
No, I feel you.
So when I'm looking at the Clippers, I'm like, who do you have offensively, night in and night out, that you know that's going to be able to give you 20? And I've always said with the Warriors that you needed 3 guys to give you 20 to beat the Warriors, right? This generation of the NBA, the Warriors don't exist. So the closest you're going to get is the Nets. But if you honestly, they play such terrible defense, you're going to score. Can you stop them for 10 possessions a game and win those 10 possessions? With the Clippers, it's going to be a very small margin of error for them. And last year versus the Nuggets took that margin of error and they motherfucking punched it open and it was huge.
Again.
So this year, the Nuggets have retooled, the Clippers have retooled. The margin for error is still small. I don't know if the Clippers have those guys where night in and night out, they have 3 guys that can give them 20 in a game.
I even give them 20. My thing with the Clippers is still defense. Like you said, it was great last night. They put so much effort and focus on. But I promise you, if the Blazers could guard anybody, it would have looked a lot different. Because Norman Powell was whooping ass. CJ whooping ass. If they could guard anyone, it would have looked much different. So my thing with the Clippers is still, can they guard guards? Yes, they have moved their efficiency to, I think they're a top 10 defense right now. I think they may be 5th since the break. I can't remember who all they've played. I don't know how many high quality matchups they've had during this stretch. Also, it's been like a really weird like stretch of games. Like, I mean, obviously every team is dealing with it, so you can't make excuses, but it'd be like 20 games in 40 days. I think the Spurs, somebody tweeted us yesterday, the Spurs played like 50 games in 80 days.
And say it. What is it?
Nasty basketball.
Yes.
But
by the way, we got to add that to the sound.
we got to.
But we got to add the original one. You said, that is nasty basketball.
Nasty basketball.
No. When you said it, you meant it with your host. You said, that is nasty basketball activity. That is nasty basketball.
But so like, it's a weird kind of combination.
Yeah.
But my thing with them is still, can they guard? Can they guard guards and can they guard athleticism? Which is what Aaron Gordon brings to the Nuggets. A whole different level of athleticism. That was the issue. And again, Kawhi is not the most athletic. He can be frustrated offensively. Mm-hmm. Like, he's not going to jump over you and shoot those fadeaways. Yeah. If you can contest him and get in his airspace, he makes them tough. So, yes, I agree with you about the Clippers wanting to stay away from the Nuggets. But I think everybody should want to stay away from it. Have you seen these people? Have you seen them men?
Have you seen these people?
Have you seen them men recently?
What do you mean by these people?
Have you seen them men recently? Thank you. No, for real, like, have you actually seen the Nuggets recently?
I saw them in person, and they and literally they were systematically picking the Clippers apart. But the only thing that I could say was none of the new guys played, and that was the best decision Ty Lue made ever, was to not try to rush anybody to play during that game. Even though I think PG came back and played that game because it was like, oh, PG's back. They still lost.
With PG's toe, it's like, if you know what, PG has a bone in them. So it's like an injury that don't nothing really heal it besides rest.
Yeah.
So it's like some days, like he said, like, yo, I feel like my foot has popped today. Some days the foot just hurt. So it's like you don't really know what you get. Pat, it seems like I know Pat, even during the press conference, I was talking, shout out Justin Russo, he also covers the Clippers. I was trying to figure out like what's wrong with Pat's knee. But we had that microfracture surgery about like 3 years ago. So I mean, I guess like microfracture surgeries only fix so much and only fix so much for so long. So for him, I guess his maintenance, and he even said he has to stop working so hard and kind of take a rest and take a step back. Rondo is also a guy who, I mean, all season Rondo really hasn't been there. Like, I think Rondo would be good. I think Rondo would be straight for the playoff run. But Rondo's 35 years old. Like, you don't know. Rondo also broke his hand like twice last year or something like that.
Is it enough though?
What?
For them to make it out the West? You're talking about no one wants to see the Nuggets. Is it they have enough pieces?
Yeah, I think they have everything they need to get it done. I think if I had to put my money on it right now, I think the 3 best teams are the Jazz, the Nuggets, and the Clippers in the West, personally. The only reason I'm not saying the Lakers is because I don't believe the Lakers being healthy is a feasible concept at this point in time. But I think the Clippers have everything they need. And like I said, obviously, they play the Suns on Thursday, but the Suns are coming off a back-to-back. I don't know if they're at home or if they're at Utah, so I don't know how much I'll learn.
No excuses.
I feel you, but at the same time, it's a very weird schedule. So it's like I don't know about how much I'll learn from that, but I do want to see them play that team. I do want to see them you did that to smaller guards and Dame, CJ, and basically Norman Powell, who's about the same size as CJ. Yeah, you somewhat sort of contained them.
They didn't. They both went crazy.
Yeah, but they contained Dame, which is like the head of the snake. Can you do that same thing to Devin Booker and Chris Paul, to that backcourt? Can you render Chris Paul and Devin Booker ineffective? Can you do that same thing? So I want to see. We will learn more as time goes on. But yes, I think that when I just look at them on paper, and when I again look at them on paper with my 2 eyes that I've seen, like I said, first game at all of them together. Teams ain't even really got tape when you like that, and I don't even know how much teams even watch film because you playing every day. So who knows? But when I look, I think they finally have championship ingredients. And also, I just think Rondo brings something extra to this team that they didn't have last year. Certain things that happened last year ain't going to happen with Rondo.
No, not at all.
Ain't going to be no mental health issues with Rondo or Boogie. You think that's happening?
No.
He'll drag the therapist his damn self.
Yeah.
He'll be the therapist.
Yeah.
But you better get therapy and watch this film. Bring the therapist in the goddamn film session. That ain't gonna be no issues with Rondo and Boogie here. That ain't gonna happen. So certain things ain't gonna happen.
I feel you. Let's move on. Let's talk Nets. KD is back or return versus the Pelicans. But coming off the bench, Kerr said they want to take his minutes slow. What are your thoughts on the Nets now that James Harden is out and Kevin Durant is back in the building with Kyrie? They probably also have 20 games left. What do you think about the Nets' chances in their continuity?
My thoughts is this is not okay. People just think KD is resting. Nobody rests for 2 months off a hamstring injury. We have to realize he did tear a whole Achilles. This is a major injury. Like, yeah, you've seen people recover from Achilles injuries, but same time, like, they also have other injuries that compound compound this. You know, even like Rudy Gay. Rudy Gay doesn't have the same load that KD has, but I'm pretty sure Rudy Gay didn't go out the next season and play 82 games. I can't remember if he did, but I don't think he did.
Yeah.
Wesley Matthews, he tore his Achilles, but Wesley Matthews, again, don't have a load that KD has on him. Boogie, he tore his Achilles. Boogie, he tore his Achilles. Other muscles hurt. Boogie, he tore his Achilles and other muscles hurt. And other muscles get torn, ACL get torn, tore the quadriceps. So it's like you have to be careful with these things. And I'm not under the impression.
Had the white tore his butt.
I'm not under the impression that he was just. I'm not under the impression that he was just sitting out just because he was getting some rest. I think that man was really hurt, and I think they were really trying to be careful with that injury. And yes, and that's our team where y'all gonna have to get some continuity, because I'm telling you what's gonna happen. Some team gonna be able to keep it close to about the 2-minute mark in the game. At that point in time, the Nets really ain't a transition team. They're an older basketball team.
Yeah.
They're not gonna get up and down the court. They don't really have no transition players on the team no more. I was watching some highlights from KD in 2011, lockout KD. That ain't this KD. He don't move like that no more.
Yeah, he getting locked out the paint.
He don't move like that no more. So they don't really have a transition team. So they're gonna be up and down the court. So a lot of that action is gonna come in the half court. And the half court is just one ball.
Yeah.
If you can force them to ISO in these situations, which they're gonna ISO, if you can force them, and granted, they one of the best. They got some of the best isolation players in NBA history. So some games it may not work, but as long as you can just force them to take tough shots, they might miss.
You agreeing over there, Lee, or what?
No, not agreeing whatsoever.
Go ahead. Why?
You trying to force them to ISO with 3 of the best ISO players of all time.
Make them take a tough shot. They can make it, but it's one ball.
They tough shot makers.
You can miss them though. Again, the best way to slow down the Warriors' offense was to encourage KD isolations. Encourage them.
And that man
ISO.
dropped a 50 ball on you then.
But they lost.
But also
but they wasn't winning them games.
Wait.
They lost 2 of them games.
They won that series,
two of them.
though.
But they lost 2 of them games. Didn't lose 2 versus anybody else.
Wait. He talking about the Clippers series. KD's offense wasn't really why they lost. The reason they lost was the Clippers couldn't score. That's why they lost. KD getting all them points really wasn't why they lost. It's because Lou Will was nowhere near his 22 points.
Yeah,
D'Lo wasn't doing a damn thing. Trez was getting whooped up on. That's why if they didn't have Kawhi Leonard on that team, the Clippers might have won that series. Am I lying?
No.
That wasn't off defense.
If they just had Kawhi, they would have won.
KD getting all them points was not why they won.
True. They just didn't have enough.
They didn't have enough offense. They couldn't do it. They put Iggy on Lou Will. What Lou Will gonna do with that, G?
Nothing.
They got Iggy and Draymond for Lou. G, Lou mad as hell mid-game. Lou get mad twice a year. Lou mad as hell mid-game. Danilo, I forgot he was on the court. So again, with the Nets, look, yes, it's gonna be tough. And again, obviously, when you look at them on paper, I mean, it looks incredible. But they got 20 games to get it done. Their defense they're playing better defense, but also with bringing KD and bringing all these guys back into the lineup, some of your best defenders get moved to the bench, and they not gonna be on the court when things really Bruce Brown not gonna be out there.
Yeah.
If it's coming down stretch, Bruce Brown not gonna be out there. And this is not me saying the Nets can't do it, because I still think
even though Daniel Bells was talking all that about Bruce Brown, I'm still not buying into Bruce Brown.
I like Bruce Brown. I think that he's one of the players on the Nets who does other shit. Like everybody on the Nets for the most shoots good. score well, but he, Claxton, I want to say DJ at times does other things. So which is why I like them. But are they gonna be on the court? But with the Nets, we'll see. But yes, 20 games, camaraderie I think might be an issue. And also,
the Nets have played 51 games, so they have 21 games left. And James Harden is out 10 days, right?
They said he'll be reevaluated in 10 days.
Yeah, so
that
I
don't
mean,
mean
if
he
they
gonna be
playing
back.
5 games in 7 nights, that's about 10 games. That means he might be back to start the playoffs.
Then KD, you got to ramp KD up slowly.
I told y'all, if the Bull, where my camera?
No, that's not.
If the Chicago Bulls somehow upset somebody in the first round and play the Nets in the second round, give me the Bulls. Vucci man gonna average 30 and 10. Zach gonna average 33, and we going to the chip.
That's not gonna happen because the Bulls don't have enough defense to guard them.
They don't either.
Yeah, but
Who they got to stop Vucci or Zach LaVine?
we don't have to. We have Kyrie, Harden, and KD.
I'm
The thing
cool on
is,
that.
you also need the defenders to be able to affect them.
You also need your defenders to be able to affect them. You got Blake Griffin and old ass LaMarcus Aldridge.
Who gives a fuck? We going to 145 every night. They can't.
We
score
can
with
go to
us.
they can. That's a lie.
The Bulls score with the damn Nets.
They can't. No,
Bulls go with the
no,
Nets.
they don't have the same offensive firepower, but
Yes
they
or no
can.
question?
But they can score 130. They can get to
They
130.
get to 140.
They don't need to get to 140. They not gonna give up 140 a game to the Nets. That's ridiculous.
You
shit.
sure?
Billy Donovan not gonna. His team not giving
What
up.
he gonna do?
Gee, what?
Who gonna stop anybody?
Gee, what? Who's stopping anybody on the Bulls?
Saddle stopping Kyrie?
Who's stopping Vucci, man?
Nobody.
Who's stopping Zach LaVine?
Nobody.
Okay, then I'm fine with that.
KD is 30. But look,
We gonna
look.
have to
Look,
swap it out.
You mentioned two people.
We gonna have to swap
You
it out.
mentioned two people.
We
Even-
gonna have to
listen,
swap it out and get. And you
listen.
know what? Kobe gonna get up for the competition, and he gonna
Kobe
gonna ball Kyrie ass up
Kobe-
1 or 2 games.
Kobe
Kobe
able-
White gonna ball Kyrie ass up 1 or 2 games, and y'all gonna see the wrath of the Chicago Bulls.
Kobe White ankles are gonna be pixie dust midway through game 3, cause Kyrie gonna do some move where he touched the floor and Kobe gonna be on the ground holding his leg. No, that's not gonna happen, bro. That's not gonna happen, bro. Even if, like, I granted they have nobody to stop Zach and Vucci. I 1000% agree. But that's 60 points. We talking about 90 between them three realistically.
Lauri gonna give me 12.
That's such a far cry from the Dirk Nowitzki you said he was gonna be.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I said Lauri Markkanen was gonna be better than Zach LaVine. I lied.
No, you said Lauri
Hit the
Markkanen
button,
was
Lee.
better than Dirk.
You do good though.
You
I
said he was
did.
better than Dirk. That's what you said. You
Hit
said
it again,
that.
Lee. You do good though. Cut the
said
camera on, Lee. Cut the random talk on.
Apologize to Dirk Nowitzki.
Cut the random talk on.
Apologize to Dirk Nowitzki. That's your camera.
Dirk Nowitzki.
I shouldn't have said that.
Dirk Nowitzki, I'm sorry for saying Lauri Markkanen was gonna be better than you. Larry Bird. You do good though.
Yeah, call that man
Larry Bird. I'm sorry for
Larry
calling him
Bird.
Larry
Retire
Bird.
that
Hit the
name.
button again, Lee. You do good though. Zach LaVine, I'm sorry for saying Lauri Markkanen was gonna be better than you. Hit the button again, Lee. You do good though.
Do you agree he could be a top 5
And
NBA
final,
one day?
Jason Tatum, I'm sorry for saying Lauri Markkanen was gonna be better than Zach LaVine because I said Zach LaVine was better than you. Hit the button.
I don't know. Wait, real quick. I don't
You do
disagree
good
with that
though.
one, though.
What? No. I know
Zach
Zach.
LaVine,
no,
my age.
no, but I
This
said
season-
Lauri Markkanen was gonna be better than Zach LaVine, so that means he got to be better than Jason Tatum.
Lost your damn
Hit the
mind.
button again. You do good though. I'm gonna get a you do good dope award. Actually, I'm gonna put a whole graphic up for that shit next time. I'm literally gonna make a whole you do good dope graphic, but that
just wanna
you
know
do
what
good
y'all
dope award
saw.
goes to myself. Lee,
I
write
just
down the
wanna
time
know-
code for that.
I just want to know
On the OBS.
what did y'all see? You and Scott argued me to hell.
Strong, wide shoulders, the ability to shoot. He can dribble. He had a handle. Before he got injured, he had a solid motor on him. Now he just roam around the floor and look for corner threes. That's
he
weak.
always did, bro.
That's weak.
Nah,
He always
his
did,
rookie
bro.
year though,
That's
he was the fastest to like 100
He was
threes or
way
something
better.
like that.
He was way
balling
better
his
his
He
rookie
was
year.
shooting threes.
No,
All
but he
do was
also
shoot.
got injured, and he never was good after he got injured.
He had
I really
no
feel like
lower
Jim Boylan
extremity
ruined
injuries.
Lauri
No,
Markkanen.
Lauri Markkanen had
Jim
no
Boylan
lower-
ruined Markkanen.
No,
I mean Lauri Markkanen.
Lauri Markkanen had no lower
Gee,
extremity.
Zion, by the way, for the for the Pelicans, bringing the ball up the court. I don't know why Alvin Gentry had Lonzo bringing the ball up the court. You have LeBron on your team. You have a 6'4", 285 LeBron. Get that man the ball.
Conditioning probably.
Yeah, because this year Zion be getting the ball and be going straight up the floor. But let's go ahead. What's the next topic, Lee?
Hold on.
We got a donation?
You got a donation by Carlos Santiago.
Shout out to you, Carlos Santiago. How much did he donate?
Like $6.
Shout out to you, Carlos. That $6 will be.
Appreciate it, Carlos.
Hey, this brews on you, Carlos.
He said Voltron has formed. Nets getting a chip.
Nets are not getting a chip though.
I'm telling you, y'all gonna be so mad.
Look,
when
somebody.
it finals-
Look, if the Nets win a championship, I will buy 3 hoodies for one of y'all. 3 Hoops and Brews hoodies for one of y'all. They not win the championship.
Y'all gonna be so mad when the finals is something nasty like
Don't say Bucks Jazz. No, I don't even think the Bucks gonna make it to the conference finals.
Bucks
this year.
Jazz or Bucks Clippers.
Sixers Lakers.
Bucks Clippers is not nasty. That's great.
know, it's a great
I'm
finals.
there.
watching
Shit,
that.
I'm there. Mother. I'm there. I'm literally
And
there.
also with the Bucks, we had to remember. Also with the Bucks,
I'm literally there.
with the Bucks, Giannis don't be playing some of these games. Like last night, Giannis didn't play.
Yeah.
That shit don't happen. Steph ain't doing them goddamn pick and rolls on Giannis. Giannis swatting that clean out of bounds.
True. But what's next, Lee?
Is Kawhi Leonard the actual NBA MVP?
Now, no, wait a minute. Glasses Malone, me and Glasses and you, obviously, because we all in the the funniest part is he named the group HNB and put a basketball next to it. Glasses Malone, shout out to the OG Glasses Malone, West Coast legend. If you don't know, do your Googles. G Malone on most socials, or Glasses Local on Twitter. But he called me last night at 11 o'clock. He like, TP. I'm like, what's up, bro? He like, man, I got something I want to talk to him about. I'm like, what? He like, and the funniest part is Glasses always call me when he eating. I'm dead ass. If he called me at 7 o'clock, I'm thinking like, Glasses eating. This man smacking. He eating something. He called me at 11 o'clock. I'm like, what's good, Glasses? He like, man, Kawhi Leonard is the MVP. I'm like, no, he's not. He like, he's shooting damn near 90, 50, 40. Look at the Clippers record. He the MVP right now. And I was like, man, hell no. He ain't shooting no damn 90, 50, 40.
He been shooting 90, 50, 40 all year, basically.
No, listen.
Damn near.
And then I looked up the numbers. And Kawhi Leonard this year is on, through 43 games in the 2020 to 2021 season. Is averaging 25.8 points per game, 6.7 total rebounds per game, 5 assists per game, shooting 51.5% from the field goal range, 39.0% from the 3-point line, 87.6% from the free throw line. His effective field goal percentage is 56.7, PER 27. His win shares are 7.7 this season, which is ridiculous for the season. So.
Hey, you know what Nikola Jokic's are?
What?
11.2.
What? Oh, his win shares?
shares.
God damn.
Fuck out of here. The MVP is Nikola.
Actually,
Jokic.
low key, this isn't even Kawhi's highest win shares in his career. It actually came when he was on the Spurs. 13.7.
What year though?
2015, 2016, 2016, 2017.
But then wasn't the 2015, 2016 season the one where they won like 66 games? It was.
Probably
That
was.
was when the Spurs won like 66
That's when
games.
that's when Zaza had that cheap shot on and took him out.
Yeah, that's when Zaza didn't try too hard to get.
No, that was when they had KD. They didn't have KD in 2015, 2016. They had KD in 2016, 2017.
The year after.
Yeah.
That's when they want to remember the reason why the West
Yeah.
looked so.
But Kawhi's numbers are better than they were that year if you look at them across the board.
Yeah.
He's averaging 1.5 more assists. He's averaging the same amount of steals, less blocks. He's averaging a 0.1 more turnovers.
Can I read off Jokic's stats?
Yeah. Give me one second. I'm just
I
no. Wait a minute.
feel you.
Because you brought up that year. I didn't bring it up, so I just want to say it for context. And Kawhi's shooting better from the free throw line.
Mm-hmm.
He's shooting better from the 2 points. He's shooting 39% from 3 this year, which is way better than that year. And he's shooting 51% from the field goal range, which is almost 5% higher that year. And that year, I'm sorry, not that year. He's shooting. I'm sorry, it's 3% higher that year, and he's only taking 0.6 more shots. He's playing more minutes though. Go ahead.
So can I read?
Yeah, go ahead.
Jokic's?
Yeah, go ahead. No, but literally when Glass said, I said, hell no, Jokic. Go ahead.
No, like look. Nikola Jokic is having arguably, probably one of the best seasons since 2000 by any center.
One of the best seasons ever.
I didn't want to say ever because Wilt Chamberlain did do shit like
Who at center averaged a triple double though?
I think Wilt did.
He didn't average a triple double.
Nah, I think he didn't average it, but he didn't average triple double. But Jokic isn't averaging triple double. But Wilt did lead the league in assists.
Hold
though.
on. Let's see.
He did lead the league in assists.
Wilt Chamberlain, the most assists he ever averaged in a year was 8.6.
That's the same thing.
Nikola Jokic is averaging 8.6. Wilt did average, when he averaged 8.6.
Gee, Wilt numbers like
No,
50 and 25 or some shit.
No, G, look, he averaged 24 fucking .3 points, 23.8 rebounds, 8.6 assists,
and they
playing 46.8 minutes a game, shooting 16.8 shots a game, G.
He only shot 16 shots that year.
G, 16.8 shots a game. The most he ever took in his career, he shot 39.5 times a game.
Me that's
Yes, he averaged 50.
He shot 39 times a game. What the fuck you was on, Will? What the fuck was you on?
Them second chance points and shit too.
He shot
Getting all the
39 times
boards.
a game.
All the
What you on?
boards.
But no, Jokic this year is averaging 26 points, basically 11 rebounds, 8 assists, 8.6 assists. He's averaging 1.5 steals, 0.6 blocks, and doing this with only turning the ball over 3 times. He's shooting 57% from the field, 42% from 3, and 86% from the free throw line. The MVP is Nikola Jokic. Let's stop the conversation right now.
I would argue that this year from Nikola Jokic
Oh shit.
is better
Then who?
than any year from Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh God, here we go. I wouldn't say this.
Hold on, wait a minute, hold on.
You do good though. I would not argue.
Wait a minute.
I would not argue this.
Yeah, actually, low
You don't
key,
get to see-
I would say that this year, because I always say that if a player is born or was playing in they prime or whatever when Dr. King was alive, I don't really count that much of it. This year is better than any year that Wilt had after Dr. King was not with us, and he was assassinated. Jeez.
Why you say that like that?
Because I don't just want to talk about that man in that negative light, bro. He's not with us no more, bro. They took him away from us. They assassinated him. Is that what you want to hear?
You just couldn't name the years, G. You just couldn't name no years.
No, it's 1968. After that,
Yeah, but yeah, G.
I mean, I'm not going to say. And also, it was only 14 teams in the NBA in 1968.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
This season from Jokic is better than any season from Wilt post 1968.
Yeah.
Just say the merger from now on. G.
Did we have a different topic up
In
there?
fact, thank you. Literally.
Say the merger. That makes it
Say-
sound so much
yeah.
better, dog.
No.
Say the merger, G.
No.
Just say the merger, bro.
The merger was in when?
75, 76.
Wilt wasn't playing in 75,
I know.
76. No.
Exactly.
By
Exactly.
the time Wilt got to the
This-
70s, listen.
Actually, you know what? Fine.
70s Wilt is
Hold
not
on, wait a
Wilt
minute.
Chamberlain, G.
JFK, 63.
What? G, JFK died in 63.
I mean, it was like 12 teams in the
Dog
league
Shades
then.
was still playing in 63.
It was like 12 teams in the league. That's my whole point. Gee, Jokic would be giving Dolph Shays hands.
Can we not do this, bro?
He would be giving Dolph Shays
Can we not
hands.
do this, G?
Dolph who?
Can we not
Who?
do this?
Dolph
Can
who?
we not do this? Do you know what Dolph
He'd be
Shays-
SeaWorld to Dolph
do
Shays.
you know
Stop
what-
playing with my
do you
man's
know
Jokic.
what- Do you know what Dolph Shays probably looks like if he plays today?
Like nobody. Like fucking
Paul George.
no. Hell no.
He'd probably be a white Paul George if he played right now.
How tall is
Like 6'8", I think, 6'9". Might have been 6'10". How tall was Dolph Shays? Google it.
Dolph Shays would be Nick Batum.
How tall was Dolph Shays?
He'd be- G,
literally retired in 64. No,
Nick
Dolph
Batum would
Shays-
be giving their ass
Dolph
hands.
Shays-
G. This
Dolph
man
Shays-
played in 1949. You said to be talking about some Dolph Shays.
Listen, G. Dolph
You might as well be
Shays.
talking to me about dark shades.
But listen though, Dolph Shays was 6'8", 220. In 1940, do you know how crazy that is, bro?
I can't.
Do you know how crazy that is, G? Do you know how crazy that is, bro? He probably like an alien, G. Dropped on the court, bro. Do you know how
No,
crazy that
he was
is?
ugly as hell. He literally did look like an alien. And he ain't had no teeth.
Nah,
Oh no,
I'm
he
saying,
did have
bro,
teeth.
like-
Never mind. I'm crying,
saying,
though.
bro, like-
R.I.P. Dolph Shays.
I'm saying,
No
bro,
disrespect
like,
to Dolph Shays, but I'm just saying.
bro, like, we can't do
Jokic
that, G.
this year, better year than Wilt. Low key, is this year from Jokic better than any season Shaq has had?
It's a debate. I'm not mad. I would say 2000 would be better, and I'm only saying 2000 would be better because of what they accomplished in 2000. And Shaq was on a mission that year, and he led the league in scoring, if I'm not mistaken. But every other year, it's a smooth debate. Like Jokic is having one of the best seasons that Jokic is having one of the best seasons that we've ever seen for a center, like ever.
All right, so the Nuggets are cruising. Is Jokic the MVP? And do you like Aaron Gordon's fit? That's the next topic.
Yes and yes.
I like Aaron Gordon's fit. I think Jokic is the MVP right now. He has to be. Even if you look at because I know some people out there be like, well, we're there with the standings, top 4 seed. Russ won it.
Russ wasn't top 4 seed.
He won. He was a 6 seed. And nobody from Brooklyn, I think, is going to be healthy enough and have played with their team long enough to deserve it. Embiid is back, but I'll put it this way: if Embiid, no, wait a minute, stop. If the 70s, they still have 21 games left. Why?
I'm not having it. For one, they went 7-3 without him. Yet let Jokic get hurt right now. What the Nuggets doing?
They'll be all right.
You done lost your damn mind. You done lost every inch of your damn mind. Who is even the backups?
Turn Pappy up a little bit, by the way.
JaVale doing what Jokic doing?
Huh?
JaVale doing what Jokic doing? Dwight Howard can actually replicate some of what Embiid does. Obviously, he's not going to go out there and give you 30 points. But defensively, he can replicate what he does. There is not a human being in NBA, in arguably NBA history, outside of Sabonis, that can replicate what Jokic, Sabonis and like Wilt Chamberlain. And Wilt can't even shoot threes, so not even going to even mention him. Outside of Sabonis, that can replicate what Jokic is doing right now.
I'm not mad. I'm not gonna lie. I'd rather see the Warriors miss the playoffs this year. By the way, I was just looking to say. Go ahead.
The reason why the Sixers didn't fall off is because the Sixers are a defensive team. If you put Dwight back there, I mean, it's not that much of a drop off defensively. To keep it G with you, it's really not. Even though Dwight's older, we gotta remember who Dwight was. You not just finna walk in the lane and think you're gonna dunk on Dwight Howard. That's not happening. You turn the corner and see Dwight back there. You thinking?
Yeah.
So no, Jokic is hands down to me the MVP. Hands down, far and away. Shouldn't be unanimous. Other people shouldn't be unanimous.
Hell no.
Shouldn't be unanimous.
If you said he was gonna be unanimous, I would have got him walked out of here.
Other people should 1,000% get votes. But Jokic is the MVP. I don't even know why we having this conversation. Right. And Aaron Gordon, yes, I think he gives you what they wanted from Paul Millsap, but the athletic version. And it helps Paul Millsap out because he was asking too much from that man. That man like 37, G. That man got drafted 04, G. That man was wearing the white and blue Utah jerseys. He was Carlos Boozer backup.
Yeah.
Like, gee, it's 2021, bro.
He's 30. He's 35, but I feel you.
When is the last time you even seen the white and baby blue Utah? Like, just seen one?
Yeah, true. But
we like 2 years away from them being retro.
I mean, they've been retros.
Nah, I'm saying like no, we like 2 years away from
the
but
Jazz they already been retros.
We like 2 years away from the Jazz having them as throwbacks on the court.
Yeah, but they are throwbacks to me. So I agree with you. I'm just agreeing with you.
I'm just saying, Aaron Gordon, it just to me explodes their offense and helps them out defensively.
Yeah, Millsap also been injured. He didn't play.
He just older now, man. Yeah. He's just older now.
Yeah.
So like having Aaron Gordon takes the pressure off him and also pretty much replaces everything that you lost in Jeremy Grant.
Yep. So what's next, Lee?
How would you rate the NBA season so far?
I'll let you decide. What's the rating system?
I want to letter grade, and minus pluses are in there as well. Like
I'm gonna say
A minus,
C minus.
I'm gonna say
Actually, I'm gonna say a D plus.
I'm gonna say a C plus. You know, I think that it started off cool, and then like the injuries happened. And
I think they should have waited till February. They should have told their television partners, just give us a chance. Let us figure it out.
Wouldn't no give us a chance.
I know. So that's why it's a D.
Nah, I mean, but like some of these injuries don't really have anything to do with, you know, like somebody dabbed into LeBron's legs has nothing to do with you starting the season early.
He didn't dive into his. Why did you say that, G?
Okay.
He went for the ball.
I
G.
know, but with him going for the ball, he dived into his legs. Not saying the man was meaning, not saying that the man was doing something dirty. He was obviously hustling, trying to get the ball. I didn't think it was a dirty play. But in reality, he dived into his legs. His whole ankle was a casualty. But like him diving into his ankles,
him diving for the ball,
whatever. That isn't, you know, because of the schedule. I don't think KD's injuries have been because of the schedule. Now KD have been in COVID protocol, yes, but KD, you know, hamstring. I don't think that's because of, you know what I'm saying. So some of these injuries aren't necessarily because of the schedule. Like, even when Steph fell on his tailbone, that's not because of the schedule. He just happened to fall. So I'm going to give it a C+. I think some of the injuries have kind of taken away from it a little bit. But there's still exciting storylines. I think that there are teams that got a team like the Suns, you know, a team that hasn't really been this good in, 15 years. You know, like their fans have some excitement. I think the Clippers are still, exciting. I think this playoffs will be incredible, personally. I think this playoffs will probably be one of the best ones in recent memory, especially if we can get fans back in the stands. Okay. I think it'll add a different level of electricity to the game. But like I said, right now I'll give it a C+. I haven't been blown away. Some of the games are bad watches, especially with teams playing so much that, like if I just played 3 games in 6 nights, I fall down 28, bro. This, you know what? I'll try again tomorrow. So it's like some of the games have been bad watches, but again, that happens every year.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I also think we're going through a turning point in the league as well. Like the Warriors thing seems to be kind of over with, and it's like, what comes next? To me, I feel like we're in like the early 2000s again. Like that 99 to like 2003 again, I think. Like, what comes next?
I think the product has been subpar all year long. I watched personally a 50-point blowout. It just wasn't.
But I feel like that's how people.
This season just hasn't had the same level of joy that I've associated with other seasons.
Again, like
including the last one.
Again, like
which I was happy for them to finish, but honestly, I would have rather them have not finished it if they were going to ruin the product this year. Like, which I feel like they were ready for the NBA without COVID, and then COVID came and just like they just didn't really know how to react. And I understand them saving the money, but there's like 10 to 15 of the top 50 stars in the league out.
That's not their fault, though.
It is their fault.
It's not, though.
It is their fault when they start the season 71 days after it ends. Like that's the shortest than any professional season ever.
I feel you, but at the same time, only 2 teams were the teams that stayed that long. Like half of the teams was at home.
It doesn't matter.
The Warriors been at home since March.
And you coming back from March and then playing 5
and
games.
KD,
and you coming back from March and playing 5 games in 7 nights all the time is good for your body?
I didn't say it was, but
so then therefore
listen.
I
didn't say it was, but also Clay, he tore his Achilles in the off season. He's one of the biggest stars in the league. That has nothing to do with the NBA. Nothing to do with the NBA. That's him. Kyrie took a sabbatical mid-season.
Yeah, but no, stop. He tore his Achilles in the off season, but if this was a regular year and they didn't continue it and they continued the season when it normally happened, he would have been playing basketball.
No, he wouldn't. He'd still be out.
No, he wouldn't.
He tore his Achilles on what was it? Draft night. Draft night was in October. That's preseason maybe. So he still doesn't play this season.
But so Clay. Tore.
It was in October. It was like 2 days before. It was like it was the same day as draft night. Whatever the NBA draft was.
No, he tore his Achilles November 19th.
The draft was in November? You sure the draft was in November?
I'm telling you.
Nah, it was because I think the season ended in October, right?
I see the articles. They say November 19th.
Okay.
They would have been in the season. And he would have been 8 games into the season, not in a random gym wherever he was doing whatever he did whenever
he might
that.
have done it in practice,
and
bro.
it don't matter. It don't matter. That in practice is different than you doing it because y'all trying to finish the season to get some extra money.
Regardless,
what you mean?
That accident like that. Playing pickup can happen at any point in time. Again, like I said,
yeah, but if you're playing basketball in a season, you're not playing pickup. So whose fault is it?
Yes, you are. You play in practice. You scrimmage.
That's not
people
pickup,
don't
bro.
Get hurt in scrimmages.
That's not pickup, bro. That's not pickup at the gym with people that ain't professionals.
They know
in a controlled professional environment.
No, he was playing, if I'm not mistaken, in a professional run. It was all professionals because Miles Turner was out there.
I don't care about that. That's not
with
with your team. With the organization,
I hear what you're saying, but
in the season you just start on Halloween, so that means they would have been 4, 5, 6 games deep. Then we can have that conversation.
I hear what you're saying, but with an injury like that, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. There's really nothing anybody can do about that. Period.
Yeah, that's a lie.
And there's nothing anybody can really do about that.
That's a lie. Ask Kevin Durant. What's next?
Lakers are 4-5 since LeBron went down. Should fans worry?
Actually, no. Y'all should feel very happy that you guys aren't 0-9 because I thought y'all was gonna lose 30 straight.
I mean, the Lakers are a good defensive team, so it's like teams are never gonna really, for the most part, run away from them on the scoreboard. Like they play good defense. So I mean, I think it's good also as well the fact that you don't have to like rush Ron back. That you aren't in like, I don't think right now they're in danger of being in one of the play-in. I know Portland probably is. Dallas might actually reach up and take that spot from them, but they aren't in grave danger at this moment in time of, falling down to, the play-in games. So I mean, but again, like they have a good defensive team, so they'll be usually able to keep games close. They're not a very fun watch at this point in time at all, but they'll usually be able to keep games close because they can just play good defense. And half of the league and half of the teams are just stuck in limbo. Like even the Raptors. Like the Raptors, even though they not that far out, even though they not that far out the playoffs, like, do they care that much about making the playoffs this season? Toronto? We're not at home. We're playing in Florida. It's not in front of our fans. Every game is kind of a road game.
They still want playoff revenue. Playoff revenue is still good regardless.
But do the players care about that, though?
I don't give a damn what they care about. They're going to do
what
what they asked to do.
I mean, Siakam seemed like he's not happy. Which I told y'all they should have traded. I told you to trade Siakam. I told you trade Siakam.
Trade that man in the offseason. He was never that fire. And I told y'all. I told Ricky G that too. Yeah. Ricky G going to be here next week, by the way. Shout out to Ricky G, JR, Richard Goodman on Twitter. The guy always making y'all mad, the old man, old white guy. He gonna be in studio with us next week. He vacued up. He said he coming through LA to come through, talk some hoops and brews with us. Yeah, it's gonna be funny because because everybody think he's a fake account. You know what I mean? So we was I think we was literally the first ones to get that man on video.
Yeah.
So everybody think he a fake account because he just be saying shit because he just old. He say he been watching basketball since what, the 60s or 50s?
Yeah, 60s.
Yeah, so
I think his first game was like 60. He went the game like 68 or something like that.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, my mama.
68, something like that.
I gotta ask him. Jokic, Wilt, tell me. You was there.
Question.
You was there,
That's a
G.
wild question.
I told you, King 68. Jokic post Wilt 68.
Yeah,
Give
but
me
like
that, man.
Wilt, what like again? I watched. I think it was the 1971 Western Conference Finals, Bulls Lakers. Wilt was like finished by that time. Like I watched the game, I'm like, yo, this can't be the great Wilt Chamberlain. It looks sad. People just driving by him. Like it just wasn't the same. Like after 69, like once Wilt really came to the Lakers, I think he got hurt like his first year with the Lakers, and like he just really wasn't the same after that.
All right, whatever.
To like post 60, but you got Wilt was in the league. Wilt came in what 58 something like that. Was it?
I don't even
58,
remember.
59.
I can't remember.
Like he was a 10-year vet after playing probably 4 years of college. Cause who comes out early then?
True. What's next, Lee?
Do you like Zion's new shoe, the Jordan Z?
Actually, yes. I think it fits him. I think his shoe fits him and will look cool on him on the court.
Yeah, I actually like his shoe too.
The colorway is weird.
I like his shoe. They look like Kyrie's. Like I think Kyrie's shoe and the colorways. I don't think the colorways is weird. They're just not Pelicans colorways. They're just like fruity, colorful colorways, which are what these kids like.
Exactly. It's for the kids.
It's for the kids. It's for the youth. We old now.
I mean, I know. I like the shoe.
I like the shoe. People was hating on it. I actually like the shoe.
I would wear it
as long as it works for him and his feet, and he don't get hurt, and he don't bust out that motherfucker like he did in Duke. Then I'm cool with it. I like the shoe. I think it looks very good. I like the build of it. I'm gonna be interested to see how much money it's gonna actually be worth. But overall,
probably
I like.
Costs like 200.
Yeah, I mean,
not cost no 200. Dang, that's crazy.
Why wouldn't it?
I'm not paying.
I'm saying like 130, 140.
They not putting no damn Zion. No,
it's Jordans though. It's Jordan brand.
I don't give a damn. It's Zion's.
200 though.
Put them motherfuckers at 200. Zion, you better go windmill. Put the shoes out for retail the next day. 200.
I'm crying.
Windmill. What do you think about Zion's play though? Every time.
Do we got some Pelicans on there or no? No. We can turn on random talk. I think it's been very, very good. I told you he's going to be better than LeBron. He is already better than LeBron. But at the same point in time, their team is not built for him. His team is built for a hybrid because they didn't know exactly who they wanted to take in between him and Ingram. And I think once Ingram is gone, I think you'll really see the full potential of this team because he has to be LeBron on this team. And they wanted to relegate him to being a power forward, which is not – Blake just I'm sorry, which is not good for him. So –
what happened to Blake? He hurt?
Nah, he hit a buzzer. He hit a quarter buzzer.
You can't say ooh Blake just stop.
Hit the button late.
You can't Blake say, was hurt. You can't say ooh Blake and just
He
stop.
he was not hurt. I'm sorry.
You can't do that.
I'm
You
sorry.
can't do that. You know who we talking about here?
He hit this.
Okay. Yeah, we can't, you
I
can't do that with Blake. Just say ooh Blake. No, don't do that. Whoa, what you mean ooh Blake? What happened?
I don't think they should get rid of Bi though. I feel like Zion and Bi could be like a Kobe Shaq. Like
No,
1-2.
here's the okay. So here's the thing with the Pelicans. Number one, they need to play faster. Ingram doesn't really play fast. They need to play as fast as possible. They also need to be better defensively. And it seems like Zion,
The Lion.
for whatever reason, now granted, obviously, you can grow and get older, but it seems like his defense just isn't there. Like he's not not the level of defender I assumed he would be based off of his athleticism coming into the league. He's just not. His lateral,
You don't need to be.
But he does though. He does though because
Not in this league.
He
Where I
does
see
though.
140 every other night.
Huh?
I said not in this league where I see 140 every
You
other
don't
night.
see it in the playoffs like that though. And usually when we talking about winning at the highest levels. At the highest
He's
levels.
not gonna win at the highest levels with this team.
But
So
listen,
I'm not judging him on that.
So listen to what I'm saying. They need to play faster. Ingram doesn't really play fast, and they need better defense. So if you can trade Ingram for a faster player or better defense, I would be with it. Also, I think Ingram would be more helped out if you played a more half-court style offense as well. Now, obviously, you would have to replace Ingram's half-court scoring, but you don't really have to pay $140 million for that level of half-court scoring.
I just think that Bi on one wing, Zion on the other. You still got Steven Adams in the middle doing some pick
but
and roll
Zion
on one side.
not at the wing, though. Zion coming up the court basically playing point forward.
Yes, I want that. And then if he can't pass it, you pass it to Bi and let Bi do some work.
Yeah, but that's funky, though. You don't really get in no rhythm, though. I feel you, and I understand it, but also it's like, they have to play defense better as well. Like, if you can trade him and get an all-world defender, like, again, I'll put the trade up. Shout out Glass. Glass called me about this. Ingram for Siakam.
No.
Why not?
You do good though.
Why not?
No.
Siakam could play. Siakam could help Zion out defensively. You definitely gonna play fast and like run up and down the court. He also not gonna clog up the paint. You can spread him out. You can play smaller as long as Zion commits to rebounding a little bit more, and then go get you somebody like a Jason Terry type to help you out in the half court.
That's my biggest knock against Zion this year. I thought he'd be at double-digit rebounds already, to be honest.
That's
It's not required of him.
But his motor and his physical capabilities.
That's not what I said. I said it's not what's required of him.
It's not required for Russ to get triple doubles either, but he out there giving his all.
And how many fucking games has he won this season?
Also, the thing about Zion is, yeah, I feel you, but at the same time, if he rebound,
That's a question.
But also,
You ain't got nothing to say to that, do you?
But also,
I gotta look it up.
Like 15.
No, it's like 10. I think it's 10, 11. But also, if Zion got like 10 rebounds, it would also allow them to play faster because you wouldn't have to outlay. He'd get the ball and just go immediately. And
I was saying
Pelicans,
offensive rebounds though too. I think he could have like 3 or 4.
He's a really good offensive rebound. I think most rebounds are like offensive rebounds right now. I'm pretty sure they are. My thing is the Pelicans just need to play faster. Like Zion is a guy who could be one of the best I think Zion has a chance to be one of the greatest offensive players ever as long as his body holds up continuously and can hold up for a decade. I think he's going to be one of the greatest offensive players ever. Now, will his offense be so dominant that he doesn't also have to be a really good defender? We don't know, remains to be seen. Will the Pelicans be able to put the team around him needed to be successful? We don't know, remains to be seen. But just judging off him, yeah, he has a chance to be one of the best offensive players ever. He should never shoot below 55%. Why? As long as he has his athleticism. And then
He's going to have to eventually stretch his game out. I'm saying because they're going to load up the paint the same way they did with Giannis, and he's 6 inches shorter than Giannis.
the thing about him is he has more moves than Giannis.
Yeah, but he's 6 inches shorter than Giannis.
Yes, but he has more moves than Giannis. He has more, I think, natural guard skills than Giannis, and I think he can develop into a better passer than Giannis.
No.
Develop into
No,
one.
he won't. Giannis is averaging, or at least Giannis average, I think it was 5.8 assists or around 6. No, Zion will never hit around 6. And I thought he
hit
could.
around
No,
6.
he won't. No,
What is he averaging right now?
No, he won't. Like 2.
Gotta be, what?
Zion's a good passer though. Don't underrate.
But that has nothing to do
Zion's
with what
averaging 3.5 right now. And wait, let me look at the splits. Again, like I said, he can
And
develop.
Giannis has at his peak average. He's averaging 6.2 this year.
And Zion in the month of March averaged 4. In the month of February averaged 4.5. Zion can get you around 6-7 at his peak. But again, they have to play faster. They have to play faster. And also, who is he passing to? I'm passing to Eric Bledsoe. How am I get assists?
You tell me. As Jalen Lorenz said.
And fucking Steven Adams in the paint. Move. How am I get an assist? Court not spread enough. But they also need to play faster, in my personal opinion. Who getting in front of Zion if he run down the court? You getting in front of Zion?
You're taking the charge.
Who taking the charge on Zion if he running full speed down the court?
Yeah.
Play faster. And you have Lonzo, who I think is a great transition player. Play faster. It's a train, I think.
No, I'm gonna say what the fuck
It's a
is
train.
that? But all right, what's next, Lee?
Atlanta Hawks look better since firing Lord Pierce.
They're also a little bit healthier, but yes, they do look better.
They do.
Lord
I only brought this up because I know we got some loyal Atlanta
Keith.
Hawks followers. They look good. I'm not gonna say they're a first round exit waiting to happen because, to be honest, who the hell knows? You know, with that fourth, they be playing the Hornets.
Well, no, the Hornets gonna continue to drop. They would be playing right now the Heat.
Yeah, they're not gonna win it.
Whooped up on.
Yeah, exactly.
Whooped up on.
Yeah, and then the Heat gonna play Philly in the second round, which would be honestly, if I'm Philly, Brooklyn take that first seed. Y'all deal with whoever's y'all deal with whoever down there.
Y'all
deal with whoever down there, and we'll meet them we will meet them in the conference finals. G.
We'll play the Bucks.
Yeah, G. I'm cool on that. Y'all have fun with that, bro. Cause also, like I told y'all, next second round exit, they gonna play the Bucks or the 76ers in the second round. It's not gonna end the way y'all think it is. I'm just saying. But I do think that the Hawks are better. I like Trae Young. He's looked a lot more poised. I do think Lou does help them a little bit because he just brings an instant scoring punch off the bench that doesn't have to be questioned. Like you don't have to question whether Lou's gonna get his buckets. I think with Huerta and all these other guys and Danilo and Bogdanovich, I don't really know where their spots are. They're all just streaky scorers. Lou has spots on the floor, and I think he plays with enough pace that'll continue to help them and get better. And also, I think Clint Capella's been very, very good this year.
It's been great.
Vastly underrated.
Ooh, you see that block on Zion he had though too?
Yeah.
That was nasty.
Yeah, I mean, Clint Capella's averaging 15 points and 14.2 rebounds a game and 2.3 blocks. Amazing on only 11 shots.
But also, this is why I remember a couple years when I said Clint Capella could be an all-star.
No, but yeah.
This is why I said Clint Capella could be an all-star.
He couldn't, but no, I feel you.
But what? If they were winning 15, 14, and 2 ain't getting to
Nobody
all-star
cares
game.
about Clint Capella, bro.
If they were winning.
Nobody cares about Clint Capella.
I just think that the Hawks need to figure out who their core is.
I think John Collins will be gone in the offseason.
Yeah, so figure out who.
I think their core is Trae Young, DeAndre Hunter, Clint, and Bogdanovich.
Bogdanovich is in their core?
I mean, they just gave him that money unless they plan to get rid of him.
Giving him that money. Like that's like the signings they made didn't really make sense to me. None of them. I felt like Atlanta was like, we got $40 million, spend it.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it.
But I mean, yeah, they look better. But again, like I said, I think they need to figure out who their core is, and I'll be very interested to see Trae Young in the playoff series. I just really want to see. Again, I love Trae Young, but I think that Trae Young is a better passer than scorer.
Clamped up in the playoffs.
I think he's a better passer than scorer, and I think that unless they're gonna build like the 0-1 Sixers, which I don't think they're gonna do. I think they want a more offensive style team. I think that they need to have a number one scorer. I still don't think that they have a number one scorer on this team. Cause I think Trae is too small to be a number one scorer. He's like 6 feet, G.
Okay. So the guy averaging 25.3 is
shooting 43% from the field and 36% from three. Yeah. That's winning at the highest of the heights.
No, but he got to get better. He's only in his third year.
Yeah, but also it's like how
Same
you
with
going
Luka.
Yeah, but how you going
Luka?
Now, granted, like I said, if he can do it, cool. But I just think that when you're that size, they will always be able to somewhat negate you in certain situations. Somewhat negate you.
Yeah, I'm not mad at
Unless, again, like I said, you're going to build a team and you're going to get stops every single possession and can't nobody score. And it don't really matter what you shoot. And granted, I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. I just think that they still need to find a number one scorer. Or if not a number one scorer, a 1B scorer.
Yeah, I mean, John Collins is currently in that role at 18.2, but that's not enough for you to be able to win at the highest levels.
I think it's DeAndre Hunter. But, one, he has to stay healthy. But I do like the fact
develop.
that and continue to develop. But we'll see.
Yeah, what's next, Lee?
Bucks signed Drew Holiday to a long-term deal. Is he worth the contract?
No, they no. And when Giannis requested trade in about 730 days, which is exactly 2 years, remember I said that.
You do good though.
Ooh, wow. Is that an accident? All right, what happened?
I'm sorry. I'm a fan of Drew Holiday. That's all. I feel like he can make their team better. And I really, really like the signing of PJ Tucker. That defensively is what they need. We talked about earlier. They need to have 10 possessions where they stop the Nets. I feel like defensively, this is the team that can do it. Maybe the Sixers too, but no, I feel like the Bucks have a better defensive team.
I agree. I think they have better individual defenders when somebody is in isolation. So, which is why I picked the Bucks in that series. I could be wrong, but that's why I picked the Bucks. As far as is Drew Holiday worth the money? No, not exactly. But he's really, really good, and the Bucks couldn't afford to lose him with how much they gave up. And it's and it's like the market. The market said that's what he was worth, so that's what he got. Like that's what the market said that he was worth, so that's the money that he got.
Yeah,
like what I just
I just wish they wouldn't have traded for him.
They needed him, and like again,
it doesn't shift the anything.
I disagree with that because again, like I said, I just look at when you go into these playoff series and you gotta face a dominant guard, Drew gonna make him work for it. And I'm helped out by Giannis. I'm helped out by Tuck. I'm helped out by Brook Lopez. I'm helped out by these guys. So, and having an elite, like I don't know if there's a better perimeter defender from his spot than Drew Holiday in the league. I don't know.
Ben Simmons, but I feel you.
Okay, Ben Simmons and who else?
Marcus Smart.
He's not better than Drew Holiday. I think
he is.
I don't think he's better than Drew Holiday. I think that Marcus Smart may be a better all-around defender to the point where it's like I could stick him on a Giannis and be okay with it. I could stick him on a Bron and be okay with it. But as far as guarding guards, I don't think Marcus Smart does that better than what Drew Holiday does.
Give me Lonzo.
Not no.
Give me Zo. Give me ZOT.
I'm sorry, no.
Stepping in my ZO2s.
No.
Man, yeah.
Man, what?
Nothing. I was just thinking about Zion in this game and needing to be able to hit that 18-footer. Can't load up on him, man. But what's next, Lee?
Are the 76ers the number one contender in the East?
In theory.
Until they lose in the playoffs, I'm going to say yes.
In theory, yeah.
Until they lose in the playoffs, I'm going to say yes. Because they should have the best team. I think Doc is the best coach in the East, period.
I miss Doc, man. By the way,
I miss Doc, too. I like Ty Lue, but I miss Doc. I like Ty Lue, but I miss Doc.
I came in with Doc, G. So
It's like when you first start being a reporter and Doc Rivers is the coach you covering. Like
and
he
Doc
just
from the crib, G.
Yeah, and he's just Doc, man. Very, very cool individual. Always looked out for us, especially the black media members. So I rock with Doc.
Doc is also just great with the media.
Yeah, he is, just in general. But I think they should be. I think it just really depends on Joel Embiid's health. If Joel Embiid is healthy for all the playoffs, then they'll win. If he's not, if he got the runs, if his back is messed up, if he's to get his bruised toe, his ankle tweak, inversion, exversion, triversion, quad version, whatever it is, if that happens, then all bets are off. But if he gonna go out there and perform and be out there every night, then should be no reason why they should lose. They have a number one option. They have a number two option in Tobias on offense. Ben is arguably the number two option, but he don't create enough. So still number three option. Seth Curry is a good number five option. I think they have enough bench and enough experience on that team to be able to get it done. But I think it ultimately just boils down to Joel Embiid. Can he be the best player on the floor for 4 games a series for 4 straight series? If he can, then they're going to win a championship. If he can't, then no. And if he wins a championship, then like I told you, Ben Simmons, he on track to be better and have a greater career than LeBron. Because LeBron didn't win this early. And Ben Simmons a better defensive player, all-star in the building. You see what I'm saying?
Can we get the you do good dope?
Don't tell me I do good dope.
As far as the Sixers go,
TPJ, don't tell me I do good dope.
I still think there's another level that Joel Embiid can get to.
Yeah.
Like even when I was even watching the Boston game, like the rerun of it, and Reggie was screaming at him when Luke Cornett was guarding him. What are you doing? Take him down low. But he's right. Like Luke Cornett is guarding you. Abuse him.
Luke Cornett.
Luke Cornett should be crying tears within 3 possessions.
They won though.
Yes, but like be nastier, be meaner.
He don't need to. These guys aren't nasty anymore.
But it's it. Go in the post. Like I still think that there's another level that Embiid can kick into, that he may kick into this playoffs.
He better.
Again, like I
otherwise he's gonna be crying going through the tunnel again.
I think there's another level that he can kick into. As far as them being number one contenders, I mean the offense, I don't really 1,000% trust it completely. I trust their defense. So if they want to hang their hat on the defense that they can play, obviously like Ben Simmons, he arguably defensive player of the year. Joel Embiid has said that he's had those same aspirations as well. I don't think that he's reached them yet, but he's had those same aspirations. You're flanked by Dwight Howard back there as well.
Yeah.
Danny Green, who's been solid defensively. They have a very, very good defensive team, and I think that they're a defensive-minded team. So I think they can hang their hat on that. I don't know what their offense is rated yet. Last time I looked, it was 14th. Let me actually look and see what it is now. Right now, their offense is rated 13th, and their defense is rated 2nd. So they have the second rated defense in the league. Maybe I wish their offense could be a little bit better. But we'll see.
This is my issue with that, because about 20 minutes ago you said that the 76ers were a defensive team.
They are.
So what are you worried about it for? They have enough offensive firepower. They have a low post threat, a mid post threat. They got guys that can shoot well from the corners. They got guys that can attack the rim. They got well all around team defenders. They got individual defenders. They got 2 guys that could potentially be defensive player of the year. All they got to do is play with some heart. Doc got to make adjustments, and they got to win. That's really all.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like we could. I feel like we at this point with the 76ers, I'm done nitpicking them. Get it done.
I'm just personally looking at history.
That's all I'm saying. Just get it done.
I'm just personally looking at history, and granted, obviously it's a weird season, and B was hurt. We can analyze it when the clock strikes 0 on the season after all 72 games. But usually most teams that win are top 10 in both, unless you're like historic in one, and then you're like 12th in the other. I don't think the Sixers defense is I think it's really good. I don't think it's historic. So I would like to see them be 2nd in defense, 10th in offense, 11th in offense. 13th I think is a little bit too low. I could be reading too far into it. But I'm just judging off history.
Yes, but on any given night, can they outscore their opponent?
I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know.
I think by you saying that, you're not respecting their defense enough. Because their defense should, meaning that on any given night, can they hold a team to 105 to 110? Yes.
Yes.
Then they can win on any given night with their offense. Because they have a guy that on any given night can give you 30 and 20 if he really wanted to.
Fair.
And honestly, I feel like they've been saving him, which is the opposite of the KD thing. I think like with KD been hurt. I feel like with Embiid, they just like, yo, let's just save you. You had an MVP campaign, All-Star, all your awards sewn up. Let's wrap you in some bubble wrap. Make sure you refresh. You're going to have a lot of 5 games and 7-night stretches, big fella. Let's work it out that way.
So Embiid plays kind of reckless at times, too. It's like, for a big, he falls on the floor a lot.
Yeah, but that's because he's like you said, he's not punishing guys. He's doing it for, with finesse. Shaq, Dream, that big, they punishing guys with finesse. Embiid just uses finesse. Like even when that play after Karl Anthony Towns dunked on him and Embiid went and got the contact, he flew 6 feet out of bounds. That's finesse, G. Shaq would have tried to murder Karl Anthony Towns and then punch him in the face afterwards.
Yeah, but all that adds up, bro. Like all those little nicks and falls.
I didn't say it didn't. I didn't say it didn't. But also at the same point in time, he could be arguing, they don't give me any foul calls. They foul me all the time. I don't know what else you want me to do. You want me to get fined? I'm not saying anything. He could say the same shit, and we'd be like, "Well,
want you to
shut
drop-
your big ass up."
I want you to drop step and yell at people.
Get out of my way. That's all he gonna say. Get out of my way.
Shout out Embiid though.
Yeah, what's
Shout
next?
out
We getting close to the end. That's it, Lee. All right, cool. So go ahead, pull up the thanks. Tell everybody. Let's get it in. Shout out to the fans who all donated today. This is my man Carlos. Shout out to you, Carlos, for donating. Thank you, all fans, for watching, tuning in. Okay.
And rated great, but it was like said message retracted. So
Rated Great. What you say that you retracted, and what did he donate?
$3.
Shout out to you, Rated Great, for the $3. Shout out to you, Carlos Santiago. You guys are the MVPs for this episode. This is Hoops and Brews, episode number 232.
Lee, real quick, is there
Go
anything
ahead.
you want to talk about?
Yeah. I know we don't got the camera on you, but yeah.
Do you think that Seth Curry could be an X factor? You're talking about the Sixers. That's
Talk to Pappy.
Yeah, if you're gonna shoot 40% from three, hell yeah. If I can't leave you, yeah.
Sorry.
you said put it on Pappy, and then I put it on me now real quick.
Yeah, of course. If I can't leave you, of course he can. Why can't he be? He should be.
I said it's my Duke brother. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he can be as well.
You really count Seth as going to Duke?
Hell yeah! What you thought he was there with Austin Rivers?
How many years was he at Duke? 1 or 2?
Like 1.
Exactly. You really count that?
Kyrie was there for 8 games and I counted, dog. What
Why do
talking
you
about?
count Kyrie?
What you mean? That was the Kyrie draft, number 1 overall. That's my guy.
Yeah, but
dog.
like
That's my
again,
guy.
again, like we said, Kyrie footage at Duke is like a rarity.
Lost footage, dog.
It's literally lost footage. Lost footage.
Kyrie got the lost tapes.
Literally.
By the way, G, did you see Hubert Davis introducing himself at Duke?
Yes. Why did you?
G,
no,
Hubert.
at North Carolina.
I'm sorry.
Why
Hubert
did you do
Davis,
that?
G.
Why did you do
G,
that?
they asked that man.
Dr.
How
Umar
are
is
you?
not proud of you.
Are you proud to be the first African American? I'm proud to be the first African, and I'm proud of my white wife. Like, G, we did not ask you that, bro.
Ask you that,
We
bro.
asked you about how proud you are to be a black
You
man,
coulda
G.
left that completely out,
And it's no disrespect to his wife.
but stop.
Even she was probably like, Hubert, why did you do that, Hubert? Why? His kids probably like, now we finna get flamed at school through the Zoom calls.
That man said.
You have to like
that
Audrey
man
Graham
said-
now.
That man said, "I want to."
You call that man Audrey Graham? This man Aubrey Graham. Stop disrespecting him for he send them goon from him for he send the WeHo goons to come get you.
You know that man, West Hollywood racketeering.
Yo, hey, so no bullshit. One time, I'll put the camera on me. One time, I went to go pick up my mom from the Burbank airport. I seen this nigga's private plane, dog. This shit was
Who, Drake?
Yes.
Gee, I swear
That
to
shit
God, I
was
was driving on the
crazy.
405. I thought I
was
saw
like,
Drake in a
yo.
dirty like Porsche 911 or Panamera or something like that with a chick. I'm like, is that Drake?
Hey, no,
but it didn't have no tint on the window, so I'm like, that can't be.
Bro.
Literally, the car didn't look nice enough. It was a Porsche, like a nice Porsche. It was white. It was kind of dirty. I was like, is that Drake? And I was like, you know what? That car don't look nice enough. That's not Drake. Probably hella.
He said he take the other car to slide through the hood.
Bro, it was
I
painted
can
like
believe it. He could take that one. Like I take the Porsche to slide through the hood. I'm like, gee, this Drake.
Bro, I'm telling you, it was painted like light blue, had like clouds on it and shit, had like the OVO symbol on like the finish. I was like, this shit look nice as shit though. I was like the own section. It was like in a totally different part of the airport.
So how you see the plane?
I took a wrong turn going to pick up my mom and like I went by
Boy, they about to book your ass.
nigga, I literally was like, yo, I was literally like
Chubbs gonna
by
come
like the
get your
fire
ass.
department and shit. It was like a
Chubbs
whole other
gonna
side.
come
I was
get
like,
your
yo, this is crazy, yo. He has his own 745 and shit, like his own like 757, big ass jet, dog. I was like, damn, it ain't no like regular ass plane. It was a big ass plane.
Get the fuck out of here, Blake. Gee, this man.
Nah,
is
Blake
an
been playing
asshole.
great.
He is
See,
an
Blake hit a shot
asshole.
from the logo.
No, look at this. He is an
Blake was hurt.
asshole. Look at this.
What you
This
mean?
man flying through the skies, bro.
I mean, what you expect, G?
Blake-
If
Blake-
you look, hey Pavi, you know what happened? Hey Pavi, sorry, we traded you. We're about to send you to Detroit for the
I
next.
like
No,
Detroit.
we're about to send you to Detroit for the next 3
I
years.
don't like Detroit.
It's minus 7 degrees there
Do you
right
not
now.
hear me? You know how many women I know from Detroit suburbs? I like Detroit. I have a great time in Detroit.
Come on, G.
I would eat sweet
Thank
water
you, thank
wings.
you. Hit the button
No,
again.
listen.
Hit the button.
Listen,
Hit the you do good though button.
Do you know what
You do good, though.
$172 million gets you in Detroit, Michigan? In the suburbs of Detroit, Michigan?
Cold as hell and lonely with some Detroit women. No, I'm
Cool with me.
you.
I'll be playing Take Care every night, lighting candles,
I'm crying, dog.
eating Sweetwater wings at Coney
I'm
Island.
going to Coney Island. You better be
Facts.
careful.
Ordering it because I ain't going to Coney Island if I got $172 million. Send somebody else to get Coney Island.
True.
Facts.
By the way, when I get rich, the amount of meals people gonna be bringing, like, gee, why you want this, bro?
Because I
They gonna
want
be
it.
like, who you think you are, P Diddy? I ain't going to get a fucking cheesecake.
Y'all know Hov be sending motherfuckers on the most ignorant runs, G. Like, yeah, I had this candy back in 1984. I want you to go find it. Like, what?
Bro.
That's your whole job, though. Go
I never
find
forget
it.
when the homie Steven worked for a certain artist. I won't say the artist. This man sent this man, this is like 2016, to go get an iPod Nano. Where the fuck you get an iPod Nano from? In 2016, she had this man walking all downtown Chicago trying to find a fucking iPod Nano. They ain't even selling them at the Apple store. This man had to go to Evanston to get this man an iPod Nano. She like, what you own with that man, bro? Why you want an iPod Nano, bro? You couldn't do whatever she was gonna do on a regular iPod. It had to be a Nano. It had to be an iPod Nano, bro.
Oh, my God. All right, Lee. Hit the music. Let's get out of here, man.
Oh my God, turn it up, man. It's your boy TPJ. You can find me on Twitter. I'm back on Instagram only because we made Forbes, so I had to put it on Instagram to stunt because I know my family see that shit. Do not fucking call me and ask me for no money. I ain't got no goddamn money. I'm broke. Just because we on Forbes don't mean I got money. I'm broke as hell. Donate me some money.
This man's a thief.
Who are you talking to? Talking to the mic.
Look at where he took off from, bro. This man is a thief, G. This man is a troll, bro.
Ooh, Blake.
Look at where he took off from, G. Look at where he took off from. What you own,
behind
Blake?
the circle? Where you want
What
to
you
take off
own,
from?
Blake? What you own, Blake? What you own, Blake? What you own, Blake?
Lee, if you don't cut that damn camera off you, what kind of what is that? Shit luck shirt? All right, man. Pavi, get your plug in. You got some big news to announce.
Yeah,
Stop the music real quick.
Yeah,
Talk to the people.
Songs About Women coming out April 20th. I just put the album cover out today. If you guys didn't see it, Songs About Women, April 20th. It's 10 songs. It's pretty cool. I think it's cool. You don't have to ask me what the songs are about because it clearly says songs about women. So hopefully, you know, if you got a fireplace, you got some wine, you know, you got a nice little young lady with you, yeah, you should play it. April 20th.
Sorry, I took your camera away. My bad, Pavi. But Songs About Women, go get that on all streaming platforms. Hit the song one more time. And I guess until next time, you can go ahead and bring the song up, cut us down, leave us on for about 20 seconds. We appreciate y'all fans out there, man. Shout out to y'all, man. It's been Hoops and Brews. Peace out.
Fresh like I just got a contract. Fresh like I just got a max. Roll up this, we ballin' to the max. Fresh like I got a contract. Moving through the city, we be going.
Yeah.
Roll up this, you pullin', now you know it.